Hello, my friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 78 of Why Did I Buy This? This series started as a way to help my crafters find unique ways to use products that they have in their collection. It's also great for my new crafters who are wondering what things they need to be successful. My name is Lindsay, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator now almost 19 years, and I love to craft, I love my job, and I love getting to do this series for you. Happy Friday! So how are you guys doing? We are, I won't even show you what's happening in my office right now. We're painting. We're painting, which is a good sign. It means we're getting ready to put things back together. But yeah, it's been a fun week. Hi, everybody. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Norma. Hi, Ashley. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just as a reminder, the best compliment that you can give me is to share this video with your friends. So now's a great time to go ahead and click that share button and send it to your friends. You can also tag people in the comments and encourage them to come watch along with you. Yes. Oh, hi, Kathy. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so today's product is brand new. It just came out a couple days ago, and it's part of the Eden's Garden suite. So this is a preview suite. It will be coming out in our spring mini catalog, and you are getting early access to it now. You can buy bits and pieces from the collection, or you can buy the collection as a whole with one item code. So that's really, really exciting. Another thing that's exciting, just while we're waiting for people to join in, I wanted to let you know about a Demonstrator starter kit sale that we have that just started yesterday. So the starter kit is always a great deal because you get to pick more product than you pay for, and you don't pay shipping or tax on it, which is a huge, huge deal. However, this month, from now until the end of November, you can buy our Demonstrator starter kit, get $165 Canadian of the products that you want. You get to pick what you want, and you only pay $100, and there's no shipping or GST charge. So that is a massive deal. So if you are somebody who loves these videos, you would really love to be part of my Cloud9 Stampers community, because we have our own Facebook group and we have our own videos and so on. And if you're somebody who really loves to craft, or you'd like to learn more about crafting, or you'd like to have a little side hustle, you can go ahead and get that starter kit, and then that opens all sorts of doors for you. Hi, Rita. Hi, Darlene. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so I'm going to show you a product from this Eden's Garden suite that my team and I were kind of talking about as like why you need it, because it's different. You're going to see it. It's different than stuff that we've offered in the past. And I've got some really fun techniques to share with you. I've got a few projects here. So yeah, thank you for sharing the video. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, go ahead, share the video. Again, that's a huge compliment for me when you do that. Okay, I'm gonna do the awkward transition. I'm gonna show you my hands so that I can walk you through the projects. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. And get that all set up so we can see the space. Like that. Okay, so here is the marketing for the Eden's Garden bundle. If you go to my online store, you can see that right on the homepage. So it comes with a stamp set and a die set. So here's what the stamp set looks like. It's got some really nice all occasions greetings, and it's got these photorealistic stamps within it. It also comes with dies, and these dies, they actually remind me of like a Hawaiian lei, but they're vines and they're meant for layering, and they're beautiful. You can buy them as a bundle at 10% off. You can also include this bundle in that starter kit deal that I was talking about. So you get the 10% off plus the starter kit deal. Little bit of a sidebar there. It also comes with some 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. So let me show you that too. So this paper is gorgeous. It comes with some of it that has gold foil embossed in it already. And then some of it you can see is just like beautiful speckles, repeating patterns. Here we can see this one's got really subtle foil in it. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's got little dots. You can see the vines. Yeah, lots of beautiful patterns. And although it's not specifically Christmas paper, you could use it as Christmas paper because it is in those green colors that we associate with Christmas. Okay, and then we also have what today's video is going to be about, and that is the cotton paper. So let me show you that. So the cotton paper comes in 12 by 12 sheets, and it comes in the soft succulent and the evening evergreen colors. So those are two of our in colors. It is like really expensive tissue paper. Like it has that feeling of being very, very expensive. And it's cottony on the one side and then shiny on the other. So you have two different textures to play with. So one of the perks of being able to get this cotton paper is it matches with the colors that you already have in your collection. So like I said, these are two of our current in colors, so you can just go ahead and match them with the ink, other designer series paper, ribbon, and so on. So that's really handy. But it's also really great for techniques. So let me show you some of those techniques that we're going to work through today. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to do was show you how to get cutouts. And maybe you're somebody who just owns punches. So I brought in one of my punches, and when I tried to punch it, let me just show you what happens. When I tried to punch it, it didn't really cut very well, and it just sort of tore the paper. So I started thinking about how we could be more successful with that. So what I did was, let me just get all of my bits and pieces out. This is why you don't want to do that. What I did was I brought in a piece of basic white cardstock. We're not going to adhere it, we're just going to layer it over top, and then we're going to push our punch in through it, and then you get perfect punched cotton paper. So there you've got the little pieces that you're able to punch. So I wanted to be able to layer this up and get a three-dimensional flower. So you're going to do that a couple of times, and once you have it, I actually brought in a piece of the coordinating cardstock because we're going to use that as the layering on the bottom. So go ahead and just layer that to give it a little bit of structure, and then we're going to put the cotton paper on top. Okay, and you're going to add a few more layers than what I have here, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to make you watch me punch it a bunch of times. I'm going to bring in a foam mat, line these bad boys up, and then I'm going to bring in a little pokey tool and poke it through the center, just like that. I'm going to leave it right in the same spot so that I don't have to try and guess where that hole is. And then I'm going to throw a brad from the annual catalog into the center and then just spread the prongs. And now we've got that cotton paper that you can scrunch up so that you can add that extra texture to our flower. Even with just a couple pieces, it looks really, really nice. There we go. See what I mean? So cool. Okay, and then to show you a little bit more of this project, I've brought in a piece of that Eden Garden Designer Series paper, and I've cut it at 2 by, what is this? 2 by 5 and 5. Yep, 2 by 5 inches. And then I'm bringing in one of our tag punches. The 2-inch is perfectly sized to be able to slide that in, and you just push it all the way to the back, and then you give it a punch, and now you've got a little tag topper. So we're going to make ourselves a tag here. And then the other thing I wanted to show you that you can do with the paper is I'm going to use a piece of tear and tape, which is really sticky double-sided tape. We're going to stick that on like so. And then I'm going to bring in just a piece of my scrap cotton paper, and I'm going to cut myself a little strip. You can do this with your paper cutter too. I just didn't think I had to do it. You know how it be. Okay, and then I'm going to take the backing off of the tear and tape. And now I'm going to use that, and I'm going to create myself a little rouged ribbon effect on my tag. So this is nice because it's really inexpensive, and it bends really well because it's nice and thin. So you get that look of like an overlapping rouged ribbon. Then I'm going to take the paper, and I'm just going to tear off the end, and that just gives that really fun textured look on the bottom there, like that. Okay, are you guys ready to see the finished project? So here I've brought in the stamp set Banner Year, because this is a really great all occasion set, and I added my tag to a little gift bag with some Ready Shreddy. And there you can see is my textured flower. Added a bit of stamped leaves in the background and just the XOX. Both of those are from the Banner Year. So pretty, right? And then again, here's what I was talking about. That cotton paper matches so perfectly to our coordinating products. You've got ribbon that matches exactly. So that is such a great way to complete a project and make it look super duper professional. Okay, let's move on to the next project. So this time we're going to do a technique. I have cut a piece of paper at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm going to bring in my mono multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to use that to be able to add the glue. Oh, hi, Kim Lewis. Thanks for saying hello. Feel free to say hello to me in the comments, my friends. I love knowing that you're here. Okay, so I'm going to use my palette knife, and I'm just going to take it and lightly spread that glue so that we get all the edges. We don't want any naked spots. We're going to make sure it's all covered with that glue. Just like so. There we go. Okay, next we're going to take our piece of cotton paper, and I've cut it larger than the paper that's here. But before we lay it down, we're going to give it a little crumple. And then we're going to open it back up. So we're just doing like texture on texture here. So now I've got this nice scrunchy little piece of paper, and we're going to kind of start it in the corner. And I'm actually going to like deliberately put folds in it. We're going to really try to make it all scrunchy up into the corners here. And then you can give it a nice press. So because we've got glue everywhere, this is going to hold really, really well. So just like that, and you can kind of pull it down so that it gets to the covering the spots that you want. We're going to cut out this later, so I'm not worried about if it doesn't cut the edges. It's just that I don't really want glue everywhere. So there you can see you've created this texture that is so, so neat. Now, once you have that, you are going to take the So Many Snowflake dies. So this is one from the annual catalog. And I love this piece right here. And this piece, we're going to run it through the Baby Boss, and we're going to cut that out. Now, two things are going to happen. Number one, obviously, we're going to get this nice little silhouette in our paper. But number two, when you run it through the Baby Boss or the Big Boss, whatever you have, it really flattens out the paper, and it gives it the look of like suede. So let me bring in the finished project so you can see what I'm talking about. Are you ready? Okay, before I show you, I'm going to show you the coordinating stamp set. This one's also from the annual catalog. And this is a gooder. If you love snowflakes, it really has a lot of different options for you to choose from. And you guys know I love snowflakes. Reminds me of my wedding, which is in December. Okay, so Snowflake Wishes, and let me show you the finished project. Okay, so look at that texture of that cotton paper. Once we've run that through the Big Boss or the Baby Boss, it gives you that feeling of suede, and it also does the die cutting for you. Isn't that beautiful? And there you can see I've added texture in the background too onto the soft sea foam. So we have snowflakes in the background too. Lots and lots of snowflakes. And here is that gorgeous white glittered organdy ribbon. This stuff is so beautiful. I wish I had it in every color. I suppose I could use my blends to color it. That's a whole other video. Okay, so that, my friends, is project number 2. We're breezing through it because project number 3, there's actually a couple steps involved. So project number 3, if you're new here, we call it the PYP card. So the PYP card is so fantastic that you want to pee your pants when you see how it's done. So let me show you where we're going to get started here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the soft succulent cotton paper. And I am bringing in the snowflake template. And so what I'm going to do is use my snowflake template. I'm just going to turn it this way. And we're going to layer that over top. And I'm bringing in the, no, I don't want the silver embossing piece. We're bringing in the white embossing paste. So it looks like this. I've done a whole video on embossing paste. You guys will want to go take a look in the previous episodes if you're new to this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm bringing in another palette knife, and we're going to grab just a smidge of that. The key with this snowflake one is you got to try to go gently over top of the pieces that have that, so you don't lift anything up. It's easy to kind of go awry with that. So you want to be gentle and keep your fingers on the mask, or you could use something like painter's tape to hold that in place. I just didn't have any with me at the moment. You'd think with all the painting happening in my house, I'd have some kicking around right now. So anyway, we're going to go over top of that, and see this one's lifted a bit just from use. I'm going to be very gentle as I go over top of that to try not to lift it up anymore. Oh, see, look at that. Be gentle. And that's why I'm using the longer one, is so that I can kind of use the center, and that helps so it doesn't really pick that up. Makes sense? Okay, so we're going to go over. This one I'm calling my Wedgewood China design. So this is a technique that I think you guys should try. I believe I just made it up. What? I know. I just had a vision and it kind of came together in a very cool way. Okay, so once you've got that all on, you're gonna pick up any excess. Just be gentle with how you do it. And if we get some underneath, I'm okay with that because we have kind of a lot going on this card. Okay, so I'm gonna just scrape that in, any of the excess. We're gonna close that up. This stuff does dry pretty quickly, so try not to get it on your work surface or anything. Okay, so now let's lift that off. And there we have, oh, those gorgeous snowflakes. Love, love, love. Okay, so this is where do you guys know what Wedgewood China is? I had to look up the name of it, but I knew what it was, if you know what I mean. I was like, what is the turquoise china with the shiny white stuff? So let's make this shiny before it dries, shall we? I'm gonna put this aside, and I'm bringing in my clear embossing powder. And I'm just gonna gently lay this in the tray. And we're going to sprinkle that over top of the embossing piece that we just threw onto there. So it creates this like really beautiful texture. Like really, because this stuff will dry and hold on to it, you could leave it like that. But no, we're gonna take it a step further because we're crazy like that. And this is the PYP card. Okay, so now we've got the clear embossing powder on there. So I'm just going to bring in my little pokey tool to hold it down. And now we're gonna do some heat embossing. So we're going to take a minute here and just let it do its thing. You are going to see the embossing paste bubble a little bit, and that's okay. It kind of adds a little bit of lift and texture to it, which I really loved. Are you guys enjoying this so far? Yeah, cool, right? Wedgewood China, Google that, and then you can see what it is. It's like really expensive, I think. I don't know that I've ever seen it in real life outside of a museum. Okay, so see how it's starting to turn shiny? We really want to give it that shiny texture to make it look like that china. Did you guys know you could emboss the embossing paste? It's fun, right? Who here has played with the cotton paper? Obviously, you could use it as tissue paper if you wanted, like to put it in a gift bag, and then your card and tag would coordinate. But this can be used for so many more techniques than just being tissue paper. And I'm always a fan when I don't have to try to make things work. I love it when the coordination happens just right out of the package. Oh, I'm seeing lots of hearts. Thank you, my friends. You guys are the best. Okay, almost done. You can see the embossing happening there, right? Okay. I think I've got it. Okay, look at that. Wow, isn't that amazing? Yeah, see and it's dry now, like totally fine to do, but you can see how embossed and beautiful it is. Okay, but we're not done. So remember that technique we did before with the crunching? We're gonna do the same thing here. So I'm just going to, I know this seems like a shame. the shiny side or the flat side. That one was the shiny side because I wanted to do like shiny on shiny because the Wedgewood China looks shiny. It's got like a finish on it. Okay, so now I'm going to do that same technique that we did before where I'm going to bring in my glue. We're just going to put that in the background. And if you want, if you're fussy like I am, you can kind of just spread it around. Just makes it so you don't get any like really wet spots on it. Okay, and now we're going to stick that on just like that. Oh, so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I brought in the stamp set. This isn't the one that like naturally would coordinate with this, but I just really loved, you know, that feeling of icing. So I brought in the frosted gingerbread and the coordinating dies. And I wanted to show you, I was actually having a bit of a creative block yesterday. So when I do that, I bring out cards that I love the design of, and then I use the templates from it. So this was a card that was based on a card we made at Onstage last year. And it just so happens that Onstage for demonstrators, it's a conference that you have exclusive access to. It's virtual. And it's a 3-day conference that'll be next weekend. So I'm looking forward to getting some more ideas from that. But anyway, this is what the template for this card was based on. So now that we've got this, I wanted to bring in that tag that was on the front. And did you know that the tailored tag makes a perfect tag punch for adding that little flag on the bottom? So handy. All right, are you guys ready to see the finished project? Okay, give me lots of hearts so I know you want to see it. And here is the PYP card. So yeah, the Wedgewood China technique. So it's so fun, right? So here you can see is the die cut. There is the stamp set that coordinates. I used the scallop contour die to create that little scallop on the side. And then the thing that I love is that you can bring in annual catalog embellishments to be able to coordinate with it. I love the cinnamon cider and the soft succulent color together. Beautiful, right? Okay, so there is project number 1 with the Wedgewood China technique. This one here is like the suede technique, and this one is the textured flower technique. So if you're thinking to yourself, Lindsay, why don't I have these products? Be sure to visit my online store. I've tagged the link in the comments here. And so you can go ahead and visit my store and you can shop to your heart's content, or better yet, buy the Demonstrator starter kit and get your own discount moving forward. I'm going to flip you around one more time so we can chat face to face. Hi friends. Okay, fun, right? Are you guys going to buy that cotton paper? Whew, so fun. And I love that it coordinates with all of our embellishments. I hope you guys have a great Friday. I am going to go to boxing before I have my pizza and Prosecco. Balance. It's all about balance. Yeah, there's this really fun boxing studio near my house that it's all to music, and it's like makes you feel badass. So it's really fun. My husband comes with me, which is really fun. It's like our Friday night date now. So anyway, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Let me know if you try out the cotton paper. I'm super excited to hear what you think of it. Yeah, and try out the Wedgewood China design and tag me in it because I want to see what you guys think. Okay, thanks for tuning in, friends. Have a great weekend, and we will chat soon. Bye for now.